Hello, and welcome to a series that I'm calling Twitch to YouTube. I'm Outlawman76, and I hope you enjoy what I'm about to bring to you. I've spent the last 11 months, give or take, on Twitch. The COVID-19 pandemic, one of the side effects of that is being home, and one of the side effects of being home a lot is that I found my way to Twitch. And through Twitch, I've met a lot of wonderful people, most of them streamers, and some of them become very close friends of mine. One thing I've noticed while spending all those hours on Twitch is that a lot of streamers tend to upload content to YouTube, but they do so in 10 to 20 minute formats. And in those short truncated videos, it's hard to get a sense of the streamer's personality. So, being me, who come from Twitch to watch the YouTube video, I know what they're all about, but don't feel that a lot of YouTube viewers can get a real grasp of their personality. So my goal with this series is to sit down with a streamer one-on-one and ask them a series of questions. Questions that I see come up a lot in chat, or questions that I feel, having known them, will bring out some of their inner personality. And the goal is for you, the YouTube viewer, to get a sense of what it's like to sit in their chat over many hours and get to know them. For whatever reason, a lot of YouTube viewers either don't want to be on Twitch or prefer the YouTube platform, or whatever the case may be. So the goal is to boil down a 4-hour stream into a short conversation and hopefully bring to you a sense of who they are. Today's first guest, and the first guest ever on this show, is a streamer by the name of Dorklina. She comes to us from Germany. She's not a native English speaker, but she streams in English, which I find impressive. She's one of my nearest and dearest friends that I've made through Twitch, and I've spent a roughly accumulated 251 hours watching her stream. She has 625 followers. She's a mother, she's a student, and she's a wonderful content creator. She has a Patreon, she has a YouTube channel which she will be uploading some videos to, all of which we touch upon in the forthcoming conversation. It is a fascinating conversation, which I hope that you get as much from it as I did. Even though I am a good friend of hers, I still found it fascinating and very insightful. So sit back, enjoy, and here's my conversation with the wonderful Twitch streamer known as Dorklina. Enjoy. And welcome. We are here with our guest, Dorklina. Dorklina,
Hello.
thank you for being the first guest on this show. So, as I stated
Thank
in
you
the
for having
intro,
me.
yes, it's wonderful. We could only have one first guest, and we're really happy that it was you. So, as I stated in the intro, I've watched your streams for many hours, and I'm going to try to ask you some questions that hopefully bring out some of the wonderful personality that we all come to know and love. So, how are you feeling, first of all?
I'm good. I'm a little nervous just because.
No need to be nervous. We don't bite much.
you.
So, first question. It all starts with a name, right? So, tell us your name, about your name. Where did you come up with it, and what does it mean to you?
Ooh, okay. So, before I did Twitch, before I became a streamer, I made YouTube videos, and I am a very goofy person, and I always uh strive to make people laugh and just I like to have fun. So I came up with the name the Dorky Gamer just because I'm, as I said, goofy and dorky, and I was gaming, so it was just obvious and easy name fix. And then it was too cringy for me. And but also I really wanted to build a brand for myself and have a unique name that people could find. So I tried a few variations with names and searching if there was anyone with the name, and I came up with Dorklina because it's a word play. It's Dorkly and my name Lena, and I just put those two together. So we have Dorkly Lena, So it's Dorklina. And I searched everywhere, nobody had that name. And so I was really happy to just have a unique name that was kind of easy to remember and all that.
It is, and I find most people just call you Lena because that's your first name for short. But we all know you and love you as Dorklina. So you told us that you made YouTube videos before you started on Twitch. How did you get started on Twitch? What made you decide to switch from making the YouTube videos to live streaming?
So I always wanted to do content creation, and I loved the idea of streaming, live streaming. Problem was I'm very shy and I'm very introverted, and I have social anxiety and all that, and I was terrified of the idea of interacting live with people and talking to humans. So I I made myself a like dream vision board in the beginning of 2019. And I actually started streaming then because I had Twitch on there and YouTube. I wanted to do both. And I started streaming. I started with Twitch Sings and just sang a bit, tried to make a few friends here and there, but I quickly stopped again because it was just maybe too much with the singing, having that anxiety or just the nervousness of people judging, or I was still very shy and not very confident in myself. So it took a toll on me, and I just stopped doing that, and just focused more on YouTube. And um by the end of 2019, um I had a very hard exam for my college degree that I'm pursuing right now. And I I went on a little vacation after that because that was hard. That was a bad exam, but um and I had that vision board right next to me here. And I sat on my desk and I looked over and I saw the Twitch thing there. And I was like, you know what, Lena? It's still 2019. It's not too late to start. And I just set everything up, um, sat down with my sister, and we discussed like art for the channel and all that. She drew me stuff. I animated the bunch, and yeah, put a stream together. And I started. I made some friends who are still with me, which that is just the cutest thing ever to me. But I never stopped, and I only became happier and more confident in myself. So I that's how I came to streaming. I just never stopped then.
That also answers one of the other questions that we had, which is
Oh.
why do you stream? Which is very important.
Um yeah, the thing is, for why do I even want to do this? Why is this my dream? It's I always, instead of watching movies, like my friends know, a lot of movies I haven't watched because I have been watching YouTubers and creators. I loved watching let's plays of games that I was interested in, but also games that I just loved the creator of. Um, and it's it helped me a lot going through very dark phases of my life, that I couldn't turn to anyone and I couldn't talk to anyone, and I just felt alone and lost and not belonging in this world. And turning to YouTube and Twitch and watching and hanging out with people who didn't know me, and just accepting me, but also just go somewhere else, just turn off the, not real world, but my problems, and just watch and have a good time and laugh, be happy. That really helped me go through everything with a smile and always a good, optimistic view on life. And it would always get better. um, and I never lost my smile, and that's why I stream. I just want to do the same for people, because I thought to myself also when I looked at that board, I was like, you know what, there needs people are needed to create this content for others to view it. If that person that I watched for over 10 years didn't just sit down on his computer and recorded stuff, I wouldn't be able to watch it. So I just thought to myself, there needs to be stuff put out for people to consume. And then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna try it, see if I can do it. And yeah, now we're here.
Well, we're all glad that you did, and the content that you create is wonderful. As a viewer, I could honestly say it is some of the most fun I've had hanging out in your
Oh,
stream.
thank you.
So, streaming itself, the process of it, and the larger aspect of streaming. What does it mean to Lena to stream? What does it mean to you personally when you go live?
Interesting question. For me, it's, as I said, it's my dream. It's what I want to do, like most. It fills me with so much happiness. But then again, I I also I always say this, like I'm here for you guys. I'm streaming for you guys. I could just sit here and like play by myself, but I want to have a conversation. And from where I started, like being terrified of people, I I am now that I love communicating. I love meeting new people. I love talking to them and listening to their lives. What, like, also learning from them. And um just how do you view life, or what's going on in the world? You can always watch the news, but talking to someone who actually lives in the city or whatever, in the country. But it has changed my life completely, to the point that just going from like, oh, I have this dream of this job, to going to like, I love this. I want to do this. I want to continue. I want to grow in my content. I want to give more, and I want to go beyond, and it motivates me so much. And I have this plan to also incorporate my degree and do this and that, and put everything I have, all my hobbies, everything I love to do, I want to put it in there. And just my life flame. It sounds weird. But it's like my flame for my excitement for life, and I want to live, and I'm just happy. It just flames up, and I'm like, yes, let's do this. No, but yeah, I don't know.
It,
Weird answer,
no,
but
it's a great answer, honestly, and I think this is exactly what the goal of this series is. Because when you put out a 10 to 15 minute video on YouTube, the viewers, I feel, don't really get to see this side of you, and it's good to be able to see your thought process, and hopefully boil down a 4 hour stream to the length of this video. So you mentioned singing, and
yeah.
I followed you when you were singing on Twitch, but due to the DMCA and all of that, you've had to move off of Twitch onto a different platform, and you've opened a Patreon. So tell us about the process of that. How you went through deciding your reward tiers, and all of these things, all the things that come with it, and as well as how much more has it made you feel connected to the community with your Patreon singing.
It has been a ride. So I felt, first of all, I felt really bad, but I mentioned it a few times on stream. I discussed it with friends. Someone sitting right in front of me. No, but I talked a lot to people because I felt bad for the paywall. But I knew if I'm gonna do this, it's gonna be not only like another stream weekly, but it's gonna be Patreon rewards. It's gonna be more work, and as I said, I am um, pursuing a degree. I am a single mom. I'm streaming. I still have a normal like life, also free time, but it's eh, I didn't know what to really do, and I knew I had to I had to um it as I said, I felt bad, but I knew I had to monetize it in a way that it not in wouldn't be worth it, but it's so much work on top of my work that I had to make sure, okay, it can't be too much. Um, or I mean, I could have just sang on Discord, but then yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but the idea of a Patreon was there. And I thought to myself, okay, what rewards could I put? And I just thought, okay, the singing would be good, so I wouldn't feel too nervous about singing, about new people just coming in, and like me being shy and introverted and just nervous. And it it really, having like a small Patreon group that listens to me and hangs out with me, that has been so amazing. I just love singing to them, because it's like they're working, they're doing all their stuff in the background, and I'm just sitting for 3 hours. I'm singing, which I would do either way. I have been for like 12 years. Every day I've said, since I had time, I would sing for 3 to 5 hours a day, just to myself. And so I'm enjoying. They have like a little live session of me singing while they're working. And the rewards, I wanted to make it like the smallest amount. And Patreon had a thing pop up where they said, don't go under $3, because the tax or something like that, we don't advise you do that. So I was like, okay, let me do what they advise. So I made a $3 tier. So I wanted to make it as low as possible so everyone could join if they wanted to. It's lower than a Twitch sub. I think $2 low, but whatever. But I wanted it to be as low as possible. And then I have another one that's, I think, 5, where you get a written thank you note. And um I draw them, I make them personalized. And with the going upwards, you get like songs that you request that I learn. You get MP3s recorded, and then going up the like tier scale, you get more recordings per like month. I think it was the $50 tier, where I actually go out and shoot a music video as well for the recording. So um and the others, I think, are like recordings while I sing it. You get a MP3 and just the recording. And I just wanted to give as much as possible, and I wanted to give as many different kinds of tiers, to have variety, to just so everyone could get what they want. And then my highest one, I wanted to really be worth it. So there's a monthly one-on-one singing stream in there, and I just sat there. I was like, okay, like everyone, like just imagine yourself, because I'm a normal human being. So I just sat there. I was like, what can I give someone? But yeah, that's how I came up with them, and I hope it's enough. But I just wanted to give the most for the support.
I think the question that you asked, what can I give someone, is the most important question to ask. A
Yeah.
content creator has to ask themselves when they're creating something like that. Um, and as I could say, the Patreon links and the channel links and everything will be in the description of this
Oh,
video. And I could
thank
say,
you.
as a Patreon, it's well worth it. One of the things that you've done recently is merchandise, and you have stickers on your ukulele in the background. You have your mug. So, tell us what the process was like coming up with the merchandise, coming up with the logos and everything like that, because it's a fairly recent thing that you've done. So it launched on October 1st of this year, and so tell us about the process of coming up with your own merchandise.
So, the logos that I used for my merch are a drippy donut, a glazed donut, and a peach. And the stories behind those two symbols. Um, I don't even know. Oh yeah, we have a friend. His name is Guybrush. He just started spanking people in his stream, and I just thought it was funny, so I did the same in mine, and I just never, just never lost it. It was just too much fun, and I had like a tiny, like squishy peach. It was like this big, and I just spanked it. And then I thought it would be funny to have a big peach, and when people do stuff like gift subs or do bits, you say you don't do that, and you spank him. No, but um, yeah, that's that's the peach. But also, it's a peach. It's cute. It looks like a heart, and it's cutesy. And the donut is actually from our friend group that we met on Twitch. Ooh, somebody posted a gif of a glazed dripping donut, and we all were laughing about it because it looked very
Quite
interesting.
yes.
Very interesting. And uh, I don't know. I liked it. I liked it. It was a meme. It was a funny joke then in our community, and we kept joking about it, and I just made for fun, actually just for my Discord kind of, I made a donut emote because I just wanted to spam that everywhere while we were joking. And then I made it a bit reward emote because I still needed them, and I was like, I have this emote. And it never left, and we kept joking about it and joking about it, and they my friends call me the queen of degenerates. And I do have a fairly naughty humor. And yeah, it just happened. It happened to become my brand, the peach and the donut, and they look cute.
They do
They look
indeed.
cute, but they have a very interesting backstory, if you might say. And because it's a glazed donut, I just I just used the word glaze. I don't know if I have it here, but anyway. Um, and I sat down as I said, the donut emote I just made for fun. The peach, I drew for merch and for some other stuff. that's that's about to happen in a few, but I had I drew the peach, and then I thought about merch, and I talked to my community a lot about merch and if they would be interested in merch, and how I wanted to produce merch. I told everyone I want more like designs, and I don't want like obvious streamer merch just
Hmm.
for me, because I'm just a small little streamer and just walking around with like a Dorklina hoodie. I don't know. Me personally, I was like, so I thought I wanted to do something cute that I wanted to have, that has connections to the stream, and people who know me know it's my merch, but you can also just walk around with it and no one knows it's streamer merch. And so I just thought about what makes me me, why is my stream, and what would you like associate my stream with. And so I was like, okay, the donut and the peach, the spanking and degeneracy.
Cute but
And
degenerate. That's a good way to describe you.
yeah, yeah. And yeah, so I just tried stuff out actually, and I sent it to Jay here, and we were brainstorming, and he said it looks good, and I played around with it, and I do have my mouse pad here though. Excuse if it's like a little bit dirty, but I'm using it actually. But yeah, here we go. This design, and I put it on hoodies and mugs and all that. And I just fell in love with that design because it's, again, it's cute, but it has all these memories of happiness and joy with my friends, and it's cute to look at.
Yes, it is quite cute. I
Like,
I own a mug and I'm very satisfied with it.
yeah, and then I just slapped glaze on there, made it a little bit more like an actual design for a hoodie that I thought would fit normal designs for clothing. And yeah, there we go. That's how it was born, but just the upbringing was a few months of deciding and thinking about and doing sketches and don't liking them and then throwing that out and doing something new. But to find what you want, it takes a little time, yeah.
Yeah, because you draw your own emotes, you've drawn the
Mm.
designs for the merchandise, and you use Stream Elements, which that is kind of they give you options for what to sell. Is that correct? They tell you you could sell hoodies or mouse pads or stickers,
Yeah.
etc. It's not like you could just pick anything.
No, no, you can sadly not, and you sadly cannot just put the design wherever you want. I wouldn't be able to just put like a donut here or something.
Right.
But they're working on it, and I'm gonna look into that. If I think they're gonna have a option for the back as well, and then I'm
Okay.
gonna like play around with new designs as well. I just like Stream Elements more because they do not screw over their creators.
That's yeah, it's a very important thing, and just want to make that clear for people who browse the merchandise that there is a limit. While you can design, customize your merchandise, there is a limit to what you can do because of what you're working with. So
Yeah.
you've mentioned that you're a student, and obviously I know that because I know you. Tell us about what you're pursuing as a degree and how it can tie into your streaming, because you mentioned that you want to use your degree for streaming. So tell us how what the degree is and how it's gonna help you with Twitch and streaming and content creation.
So I am pursuing a degree in business psychology, and many people, even in my real life, ask me, "What's that?" But it's literally everything you learn in a normal business. Um, yeah, if you would just go for a business degree, you learn that, and then you also learn basic psychology. You don't go too much into detail in both topics, but you have the connection, and you learn how both of them are, yeah, are connected to each other, because of course you have customers, you have your marketplace, and you gotta know what your target audience wants from you. And they're humans, everyone is individual, so you can't just say, oh, brown haired girls want I don't know, burgers, whatever. I don't know, but you can't just say that, because
Mm.
maybe that brunette was actually a blonde, and
Mm-hmm. Never know.
but no, yeah, every human is an individual, and you can't just say like every male wants this, every female wants this. And so you have a lot of psychology in business. How do you pursue um, yeah, also sickness at the workplace, mental health related to work, all that falls into that category. How do you organize people in, you have to make sure that teams work efficiently, and that's everything that falls under that topic. um, and before I decided to go for business psychology, I was actually just doing business, but that's boring. And I wanted something more interesting, more fun. Um, but yeah, so as I said, there is a lot that connects business and psychology, and the
Mm-hmm.
same is with streaming, because every like social media platform, because that's what we're using for streaming, um, is different, and you have to approach it in a different way. Like for example, like you said, people can't really grasp my personality on YouTube, because it's gonna be like 10-minute videos. As Twitch is way more personal, and you have to advertise yourself way different, and it works way different. If I would just do YouTube, I wouldn't be as open and personal as I am on Twitch. But on Twitch, you make a real connection with your viewers. I mean, if you're a bigger channel, you that's hard to do, but you still people feel more connected to you,
Mm-hmm.
because you're in real life talking to them. And that's also how it changes when you're growing on Twitch. It's way different from the stages of your channel. But on YouTube, you pre-record. You don't really have a like in the video. You don't have a conversation. Um,
Except this one.
Later, you have that, and you can, yeah. But I cannot just, if somebody has a question in the comments, I can right now. I don't know. I I wouldn't know what they wanted me to answer.
Mm-hmm.
But so that's that. And if there would be a lot of questions, we could do a follow-up that then I could answer, but not in real life, and not in real time. It's just there's a boundary. And on Twitch it's different. And the same with Instagram and Twitter. And Twitter, um, as well as Facebook, whatever, LinkedIn, Xing. I don't even know all the things, but all the platforms, you have to market yourself differently. And also your target audience wants something completely different on those platforms, and you have to know what you're working with. And
Mm-hmm.
there are a few strategies also to just how the human brain works with, like, for example, if a streamer is with their layout, they're like all the way here in the corner, like somewhere in the corner, and they're turned away from the chat, it's it doesn't feel like, or like they're turned away from the chat, from the game, and from the whole stream.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't it feels more distant, it's
Yeah.
the brain can't, mm, for example, it's proven that our brain cannot switch movies from real life.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's kind of the same, we think we are interacting right now, or like way back there. We think we're interacting with the person, but if they're turned away and everything, it's not as inviting and it's not as comfortable for you to look at.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same with like advertisements, these where you have, I don't know, like a listing of all the employees, and you have a list of people here, here, and here. And these people are turned this way, then these people are like, I don't know, everyone's looking in different directions. And the best way would be these people looking this way, these people looking this way, and these people looking straight at you. And that it's just nice for the eye to look at. We have a complete picture, and it's not as chaotic. You just have a grasp of everything. It's the same way, kind of. If the streamer is looking at the game, it looks like they're looking at the game.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like if I had chat here and I'm like turned to the chat, it's more of a complete picture, and that's the psychology that you can put into streaming, into social media, into marketing, branding, into how to interact with your target audience. Because again, I want to have fun. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not going to speed run anything. I'm not a pro gamer. Hell no. I'm just sitting there not knowing what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah.
But just so my target audience are people that just want to have fun and just want to hang out for a little bit, and then we don't know what the hell we're doing, but we're having fun and we're just hanging out. And there are people who want you to be there for the gameplay,
Mm-hmm.
you know and so you would have your target audience like, no, I'm not going to stop the game to talk to you guys.
Yeah.
Like, or mental health, if you're getting people in that just want to forget about their problems, but you want to talk about their problems, that's a problem. So you have to look really what where which group of people do you want, and how do I market myself so I can get them, and how yeah, how do I interact with them on a level of psychology. Psychology is like everywhere, but you have to know what you're doing,
Yes.
and then you can also do like my German and my English. It's so hard to talk about all these scientific things in
Well,
a different language.
you're doing great, and then, as I mentioned in the intro, you're not a native English speaker. You're from Germany, and so this is you've done amazing to stream.
Thanks.
I speak English as my native language. I can't imagine streaming in a language that's non-native to me. So I think my hat is off to you. But I think a lot of people get an idea of streaming as just you just turn on a camera and just play a game. I don't think people understand as much on a widespread basis how much actually goes into preparing a stream. Like you said, you have to, when you're deciding camera placement, when you're deciding where your chat's going to be, where your game is going to be, what all of these little things that people, I don't think on the whole, realize that goes into streaming. So to hear that you're pursuing that degree and to hear how you're using it to further your streaming is actually pretty interesting, and I hope more people take from that what you answered, but I also hope that people take from that streaming is not just turning on a camera and pressing play. So
Even the background.
yeah,
You have to think about a lot of things, and the like technical difficulties are a thing because there's so much you have to consider and you have to set up and make sure it's working, and it's yeah, it's a lot.
yeah, and you've built a wonderful community. And I think being a part of it and meeting all the members of your community, I think a round of applause to you for building a wonderful community and maintaining it and continuing to foster it because it's a wonderful place. So you've mentioned
So
at several points that you're a single mother. We've talked about the fact that you're a student. You do Patreon. You do Twitch. You draw. How do you balance all of those things? Because you do them all at once. Because you don't have multiple lives. You're a single mother. You're a content creator. You're a student. You're a streamer. How do you balance it all?
you have to organize everything, and I have specific times for specific things. Like right now would be my work hours. It's 1 p.m. for me right now, so it's from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. is my work time from Monday to Friday, and that's when my son is at daycare. And when I get him from daycare, it's mommy and baby time. And when he goes to bed, it's streaming time. It's my free time, and it's yeah, preparing the stream, streaming, playing games. I don't really play games like, or I didn't used to play games off of stream. I am doing that now, but I also go to bed like at 2 a.m. in the morning. But I think it's very important to be happy and to ask yourself, am I happy? Where's my motivation coming from? Just having those little talks with you, um, and just making sure that you're not burning out, and having little breaks. If I know I can't study in the evenings because I'm just dead. If I wake up and I have fresh energy, I can work. It's no problem. And before, when my son couldn't go to daycare because COVID, and before I didn't got any place because everything was full, I stood up at 4 a.m. I studied, then I had mommy time, and then he slept. He took a nap, and I studied more, and he went to bed, and then I studied more. um, but I wasn't really happy in that time. So now I'm pursuing my dream. So I chose that. I chose to do to get my degree. So it's free will. I chose to do that, um, and I chose to be a mom. And I think it's so important to have social life, to have a social life. And I didn't have one for a long time because all I did was study and like just run and do stuff. But now, it's I can just talk to my friends here, and I completely love it, and it's genuine friendships. I love my friends, and it's just like hanging out on a couch. To be honest, it doesn't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's on a computer screen or anything. It's like how you would just sit on a couch. But um yeah, so um it's just making sure you're happy, really. And sometimes just take a day off if you need to. Make sure, yeah, just make sure you're not burning out, and that's all, I think. But I think my friends really do a lot
Well, the best thing
because they're
about
laughing fun.
the best thing about hanging out on a computer screen is you only have to dress the top half. So this, and if
Are we wearing pants? We don't know.
no pants. Um, so I want to say extend again a thank you, and as we come up upon the final question that I have for you, I just want to thank you again for being such a wonderful, warm, and gracious guest, and thank you for your answers. I think you've done what I hope to accomplish with this, which is shown people your personality and let people in on not just Dorklina but Lena. So your 1 year stream anniversary is coming up in about 3 weeks from when this
Mm.
video will be released, or the target date of this video. What was your first year of streaming like, and what do you hope 2021 has in store for Dorklina and her stream?
It I holy damn. So when I started streaming, I hit affiliation in 2 weeks, which was so crazy to me because I knew no one. I came to the platform with just, watching one big German streamer. And I knew no one. As I said, I'm shy, and I was just doing my thing. And I met people who are so sweet, so damn sweet, and they're still around, which is incredible. And I this has really gone beyond anything I have ever thought I could achieve or I would be capable of, really. Um, and my confidence just grew a lot by working on myself, not being afraid of people, just doing it, just doing it, just pursuing my dream. And really, it has been a wonderful and stressful and ride this year. And maybe streaming kept me sane through all the craziness this year. And I can't believe, like, when we met, I was, I don't even know, half a year, not even 5 months into streaming.
Give or
Okay.
take.
5 months into streaming. And I was at like 250 followers, and I still had like streams with 0 viewers. And I was just I thought I was nearly giving up. I was like, okay, maybe this is not for me. And I just kept going. I kept pushing, and now I have so many lovely friends and people coming in, and I love seeing them. And I'm just like, "Hi, how are you doing?" Because I'm like, I'm genuinely excited to see them. And I I'm so grateful. Maybe that's what I want to say. I'm so grateful because if no one would care, then I couldn't do this. Even though I would push hard, it wouldn't matter, because you need an audience. But it's not just an audience,
Hmm.
it's so much more. And it's so heartwarming to me to like see them come in when I like hit start, and then see names pop up and hellos. And it's again, it's literally my like biggest dream. And to have people care for that and put their time into me, and their support and everything, it just means so much to me. And it helped me so much as Lena the person to also love myself more. And it has been crazy. I told you. Just a huge year of growing as me, as Lena. And like, my dreams are coming true. It's what. But yeah, that's my year. And my goals for 2021 is definitely to work harder to like get my content, my stream. I want to improve it. I want to pursue YouTube as well. I want to like extend my tentacles. But I want to I want to grow with my with me. What can I do? Okay, now I'm more confident. I'm more motivated. I my English is better, so let me do more. What you know, and
Mm-hmm.
my degree. I want to also really get exams done, papers done, because COVID has put my degree on such a like hold. In I tried to do as much as I could, but having my 3-year-old child, toddler, he's learning, he's doing everything, tantrums. You are just tired,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's like 2021 gonna be a year to really work hard, and I'm gonna switch things up a lot, um and maybe not stream as much, but then have YouTube videos and all that, because again, with everything, put yourself first. Always make sure you do not burn out and you're happy, and everything you do you can do, and you don't put too much on your shoulders.
Well, I want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for being a wonderful guest. Thank you for giving us all those answers, and thank you for letting us in to not just Dorklina but Lena. Uh, all the
Thank
links,
you for having me.
of course, we couldn't. I could not when I conceived of this in my head and what I wanted to do. There was nobody I would have thought to have as a first guest besides you. So
Oh, wow.
I appreciate I appreciate you so much, both as a streamer and of course as a friend, as you know. And
Goes both ways.
all the links to the lovely Dorklina's merchandise, her Patreon, her stream, all of that will be in the description of the video as well as her social media. I hope that this video has brought you some insights into why she's such a wonderful part of so many
Oh,
communities and why she has
thank you.
such a wonderful following. And with that, I say to you, thank you, Lena, and
Thank you.
we hope to have you back when you're a Twitch partner.
Oh, I wish. See you
Stay
then.
stay tuned for a final word from me. I want to say again thank you to our wonderful guest, Dorklina. Thank you for being our first guest on Twitch to YouTube. Her in the description, we'll find her links to her social media, her Twitch, her Patreon, her merchandise, etc. If you're not already following her, I hope this video makes you consider checking her out and perhaps giving her a like. I also hope that this video helped convey why her personality and why her streams are loved by her viewers so much. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification icon. I have more guests lined up, and I will be bringing more of these to you, so keep in the loop by hitting the notification icon. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next show.